Hey my lovelies, this is a pick a sticker for your next purchase. Let's see what your next purchase is going to be depending on which pile you decide to choose. Now you can definitely be linked to more than one pile, being that you may make more than one purchase, but let's get into it. Let's see what is going to be the next purchase. All right, make sure that you make sure that you subscribe. It really does help me for interaction and to bring more traction onto my page. So let's get right into it. This will not have an extended version. If you are interested in a personal reading, please go to therealcandela.com and I will be more than glad to help you. All right, so pick yours and I will see you there. All right, my lovely pile number one. This is a seahorse. So cute. Let's see what your next purchase is going to be. Just an FYI, these are going to be very, very short for this read because, there's not so much we could speak about concerning a next purchase, but we'll see where it gets us and let's see what's happening. So next purchase for pile number one. This is something you've been saving for a while. This is something you've been saving for a while. Yeah, you've been waiting a while to make this purchase. You've been making a while to make this purchase. Maybe this is something where it's like this purchase is a list of things where you're kind of like, okay, when I can, I'm going to decorate my office, or I'm going to redecorate my kitchen or redo my living room. This feels like it's linked to your home. This is something that is also linked to, maybe you have children and you want to redo their rooms, maybe buy a wardrobe. This is very linked to the home. This is very linked. It's very personal. Yeah. So this could be something that you have to make payments for, or this could be something that you're finishing up the payments for. Like maybe you're on a payment plan and then you get it after, or maybe you are like, you know what, I'm just going to take the risk and I'm going to buy it with my card. This is definitely something where you go somewhere to purchase it. You kind of have to go there, if that makes sense. This is something that you've also done your research on or that you've planned. So this is something that you've planned, like maybe you had a collage of how you were going to do it. Maybe it was on your vision board. Maybe you were kind of like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it this, and that way. And by this time I'll have it. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely did your homework when it comes to this. This is definitely something that you're passionate about. This is something that you've had to save for later. But this is definitely linked to your stability, something that would kind of make you feel better, something that would make your life easier, if that makes sense. This is linked to the home. This is something that goes in your home, whether it be a car, whether it be the decoration, whether it's something definitely that allows you to feel like you're on a higher position, or it makes you feel like you're going places. It makes you feel very proud. This is also something that maybe you forgot about, or maybe you didn't tell anyone about. This seems like something that again, like you may have wanted to do it, or it pained you. Maybe you had one before, or you did this before, and it comes towards you and you're kind of doing it in a way where it's like, okay, this is for that. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you purchase something and you're kind of like, I'm going to purchase this in the name of the previous version of me, or like, I'm doing this for, 12-year-old me. It feels like this situation, this heals you. You being able to make this purchase heals you. This is linked to your home. This is linked to your stability. This is linked to something that goes in your home. This is something that makes you feel better, that makes you feel more in control. And this is also something that you do that gives you more efficiency in your day-to-day. So it could alleviate certain annoyances or pressures, something that kind of makes your life easier. But again, this is something that may have healed your inner child or something that you've been wanting since a child. This could be something that involves children or something that you're doing for your children. But this purchase, this major purchase is something, it's definitely not something that is a small purchase. This is a big purchase. And this is something that makes those people around you happy for you as well, because they know how linked to your heart it is. But this is, again, this is something that at a certain point, you didn't even feel like you would be able to do it. All right. May God bless you. That is what I have for you today. And I'll see you next time. Hi, my lovely sticker number 2. Here we have the fish. I'm not 100% sure what kind of fish it is, but this is, what we're reading on for you today. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's going to occur, what you're going to purchase. Make sure that you like and subscribe as well. It really does help me, and it brings traction to my page. This is something that is a remarkable purchase. This is something that may require documentation. This fish reminds me, first of all, it's all green for the most part, and it reminds me of something that isn't done impulsively. This is something that can be that of a car, that of a boat. This is something that can be an investment. It feels like an investment. And it also feels like maybe you had to go through some sort of approval. Again, this could be like maybe a condominium. This is something that requires some sort of approval, some sort of like acceptance. Like you need to be accepted for this. You can't just go and just buy it. You need to like get certain things done. I feel like this purchase requires you to make a decision. What color? Where am I getting it? And this is something where you can get it anywhere, but there's so much variety of it that you need to take your time to do it. If you see here, it seems like you're juggling opinions, juggling options. But what you're being guided actually to do, this is pile number 1 didn't have a spirit message, but you do. It feels like certain people may try to get in your way. Make sure that you are making your own decisions linked to your own heart. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. So this is a purchase that isn't easy to come by. This isn't a purchase where it's like, oh, you know what? Well, on Tuesday, I'm recording on Sunday, but it's like me saying, oh, in 2 days, I'll be able to buy this. Or like, oh, in 2 days, I'll do this. And it's like, wait, hold on, give it a second. And in your case, you may have had to give it a few months, maybe even a few years. This is definitely something that requires different things. Like it could require documentation. It could require credit score. It can require referral. It could require acceptance. Things like that. For example, there's certain gated communities that you have to be accepted. I think that's in co-ops. But yeah, like a purchase in the sense of, this is something that you've had to build up over time. Maybe you've had to build your credit. Maybe you've had to build your finances. Maybe you've had to, save your money. You've had to this is definitely something that you're going to share as well. So, and what I mean by share is you're going to share with others. Like you're going to say, wow, like everyone, look what I got. Like this is a very big deal. Again, this could be a car. This could be a boat. This could be a home. This could be like something very exclusive. Like you can't just go tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm going to do this. Like this requires time and dedication and knowledge as well. And it also opens your eyes to just the fact that there's so many options. There's so many different ways that you can do this. But the answer is yes. Yeah, it requires some sort of approval. But it'll be something, it heals you. And it may even heal like your parents or like the generation before you. Maybe they weren't able to do that. This could be something that you've had to sacrifice for, like sacrifice time, sacrifice moments, make sacrifices for. For a lot of you, you've even prayed about this or meditated about it or tried to manifest about it. But definitely I see a link to your spirituality to your crown chakra concerning this. Your crown chakra is the one right above your head, and it is the one that's linked to your connection to divine, to your spirituality. So it definitely feels like your faith was tested with the devil here, because this is like the ending of a cycle, maybe again, working on your credit, or like oh, when I finish off that payment for that, then I'll go into this because I know that I can. So this is something definitely that requires paperwork, signatures, things like that. And this is something that again, maybe you had to wait to a certain time. All right, my loves, that is what I have for you today for your next purchase. I hope that you truly, truly enjoy it, my love. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, make sure that you like and subscribe. It really does help me. I'll see you next time. Make sure that you look at my other videos. All right, my pile sticker number 3. I'm so used to saying pile, but that's neither here nor there. This is sticker number 3. This is the sea turtle, which is so cute. I love it. This is, and it shows the sky, which is really kind of cute. But make sure that you like and subscribe before we begin. It does really, really help me, and I do appreciate it. It helps with attraction and to get more views, which ultimately helps me so that I can continue providing to you guys. All right, so let's see what you are going to purchase. Sticker number 3. I do also want to let you guys know that this is the only sticker out of all 3 that I'll be using a oracle deck rather than a tarot deck. If for those of you that don't know, tarot deck is when you're dealing with like the swords and the cups and the pentacles and the wands, whereas oracle is usually words and pictures. It's a little different. All right, so what is sticker number 3 going to be purchasing? What are they going to be investing in? Ooh. All right, so there could be a few things. This is something that's very linked to your heart. So this could be a trip that you've been wanting to take. Maybe you're going to the jewelry store with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and this is something where it's like, oh, someone is getting a ring. Someone is, you guys are talking about jewelry. This feels like this pile, you may even just simply be going shopping. Like, I need to get a new watch, or I need to get a new this. There's a lot, there's a lot. And I feel like for this pile, your next purchase can be like a shopping spree, or it's like maybe you've been waiting to do your winter shopping or your spring shopping. I mean, depending on what time you are watching this video, because my videos are timeless. You can watch them at any time. But regardless of the fact, this is something where this could be a purchase where someone else is helping you, or someone else is like, wait till this time, or maybe you could be venting to someone about it. So just keep that in mind. I do feel like when it comes to this pile, it's something that is it's very linked to your heart, like things that make you feel good, that make you feel seen. Again, a trip, a vacation, a really nice set of earrings that you may have wanted, something you've been saving for. I feel like for this sticker, you've been putting kind of like everything into, you've been taking everything into consideration, including your situation, maybe even the people around you. So it feels like for this pile, you may have not been able to purchase it before. Maybe you were running low on funds, or maybe you felt like you couldn't during that time because you had other things that were more of a priority. Yeah, you may have been recovering financially during that time. And you couldn't do it. You weren't able to. But for sticker number 3, it does seem like this is something that it may not necessarily be something so monumental, but it seems also like an investment. So this is something where purchasing this would be an investment to you, to your growth, to how you feel about yourself. Investing in yourself is what this seems like. And it's going to make you very, very happy. This could also be something that you can wear. This could also be like vanity. This is like a purchase, a watch, a set of glasses, a purse, a really nice dress you've been wanting, to purchase, a belt, like something you want to wear. This could be something where you may have felt like, oh, well, and this is a safe free zone, by the way, and this is a judgment free zone. Like, there's nothing wrong with seeing something on someone and being like, wow, like, I would love to have one of those, obviously not the same exact one. And if so, it is what it is. But it's like, maybe you've been around certain people and you're kind of like, I can't wait till I get mine, or I can't wait till I purchase that. Or like maybe you saw someone get a whole new wardrobe and you were like, I can't wait to redo my wardrobe. It definitely feels like you planned this. Like you're kind of like, well, on this day in this month, I'm going to have, this extra amount of funds and I'm going to be able to purchase this. And it's going to be, although this is something that, because I feel like for this sticker, you may have come from an upbringing that you didn't have the ability to purchase certain things, or like you watched people around you sacrifice, or maybe even this is something where you've had to sacrifice, or you've had to kind of like really give it your all to get here. And maybe this is something that you're purchasing yourself as an incentive, like, okay, when I finish school I can do this, or like when I do this then I'll purchase myself that. So just keep that in mind. Now, for some of you, this won't be for all of you. This could be something that it's like you purchase it or you get it and it reminds you of someone who has passed away, or it's kind of like you may give thanks to someone who has passed away and you're kind of like, I know this was you. Like maybe you got that extra funds. Or for some of you, if it's not about funds, this could be something where it was very difficult for you to find this. It was very difficult for, like, it may be very exclusive. Maybe you had to go through a personal shopper, or maybe, it was sold out for all of this time, etc. But the answer is yes. The purchase will be yours and you should flaunt it, and it is yours, and you should be proud of this purchase. May God bless you, my love. That is what I have for you today. There is no extended, but congratulations in advance.